I'm changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand up the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat Dak. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboys, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And I am not alone. You see in the middle, we have Mr. Parlay himself. My boy Jay Took, the money maker. Then to the right, we have Con Weezy of the Dallas Cowboys content creators. My big cousin, man, West Coast Cowboy. How y'all gentlemen doing today?
Good, I go, man. I know if watching my channel, you know, people are kind of expecting other guests right now. So I know we're supposed to go live with Dez today. We had some stuff come on with the business that we had to handle. It's kind of put out some fire. So I said, listen, bro, I'm tired today. Let's just kind of just pivot and we'll do it tomorrow, y'all. But I got my brothers here with me, man. We're going to rock and talk about this Cowboys off-season acquisitions, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, and listen, we will also have one more person come, Landlord from Alabama. You know, he is Mr. Nefarious himself, so he might be in the middle of finishing a nuclear bomb or something like that. So, you know, just pray for him. Just pray for him. He'll be on eventually. But he's doing something illegal. I just want y'all to know off top. So yeah,
I just want everybody to know, if it has anything to do with nuclear, I had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
Don't drop that yellow cake.
I have nothing to do with that. Matter of fact, text me a couple days, you know what I'm saying, beforehand, so I can get my stuff straight. I had nothing to do with that, though.
My guy said the Temu boys, man. So listen, what my guy is referring to is the Dallas Cowboys are shopping on Temu right now. So this is the first official day of free agency, and the Dallas Cowboys have signed nothing but really roster depth. Like let's be honest. Like there are some people that I do think have some potential. I do like the signing of Kenneth Murray. We traded a 6th-round pick, 7th-round pick for that young man. Former first-round pick. Played for the Titans last year. Is a former Charger out of Oklahoma. So I liked his athleticism coming out. Hasn't really played up to the draft position that he was at, but he's not a bad acquisition. Hold on, that's not the one I want to play. There we go. Dancer ain't trying to play Jeep with 3 grown ass men on here.
What's going on, dog?
So we rocking with Merc on this.
Wait, time out. We ain't about to just glaze over that. We about to pause right now.
We ain't finna say
No. Let me find out you that freaky cowboy that everybody talking about.
Hey man.
I'm like, what is that going on, bro?
Let me find out. Let me find out you clicked on the wrong highlight. Let me find out you clicked on the wrong highlight reel. Nasty. Nasty. Henny, there are children watching. There might be children watching, Henny.
Well, they need to change the channel because we already be on here talking crazy anyway. They don't need they don't need to be on here. But how do y'all feel about free agency so far, man? I'll start with Tug, then go to you, Wes.
That's how I feel, man. It's just, I mean, you had no choice. And I think a lot of people are getting it misconstrued. Like, oh, the Dallas Cowboys, I see it online. The Dallas Cowboys are being active. Well, how many players did we have that we were losing possibly that were on contract deals? So you had no choice but to go out there and be active. So, you know, for me personally, I feel like the Cowboys haven't moved the needle at all. And I know a lot of Cowboys fans don't want to hear that. I know some people come to the content space wanting us to sell y'all hope and optimism. I'm going to keep it a buck. There are some good additions, but there's some are just guys that are just rotational, and you probably won't hear about them after we get through the preseason. I mean, you guys remember when I came in the game, right? I came in the game in 2020, and we had Mike McCarthy as a brand new head coach. And there was guys like Clinton Dix and Daryl Worley that we went and got, and people were like, "Oh, okay, that's going to be our corner." And Daryl Worley, and they didn't even make it. You see what I'm saying?
I told him Daryl Worley wasn't good.
In a situation where, okay, some of these guys sound good. We have to get some type of a roster. But you know, I would say probably I would be nice and give it a C. You know, I do kind of think that Javonte Williams does have some upside. You already mentioned Murray. You know, Solomon, I went through the Peyton Turner film. So, I mean, there's some upside potential there. But I feel like my biggest frustration, Kyer Elam, I feel like what the Cowboys are doing, they're drafting guys who had traits back in the day, but they've shown no production at the NFL level. And Kyer Elam specifically, he was a guy, if you go back to my old Young J Tuck draft content, I talked about heavily coming out of the University of Florida. But he never transcended at the NFL level. So to spin the block and trade to go get him when we can use some of those picks and move up in the 4th, possibly the 3rd, I'm just personally not a fan of it because knowing this cornerback class, I feel like I can go get you Kyer Elam in the draft in the 5th round, if not the 4th round. So I would say I'll be nice. I'll give it a C, you know, but this, you know, they were a former 1st round pick, and that's the thing we're kind of lingering on. I'm just not feeling it, to be honest with y'all.
All right, Wes, what about you?
Hey, how many people we got up in here?
We got 248 across all channels.
All right, so listen to me real quick before I talk. I need everybody right now to go to the bottom right now and hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Say, man, you got that boy HTM in the building. You got the dude himself, Jay Tuccarelli. You know what I'm talking about? You got West Coast Cowboy in the building. And you got Landlord from Alabama. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. When Nick Saban was there, we used to be like, Landlord from Alabama. Ever since Nick Saban gone, it's just like Landlord from Alabama, right?
You ain't gonna say full
Don't nobody tell him I said that, though. I ain't taking no shot. I'm just saying it just don't have that same ring to it, right? Just don't have that same ring to it. But listen, everybody share. Let's get over 300 people. So when Landlord get up in here with his crew, it's gonna be 400 up in here. Share. Y'all see the cash apps under the bottom. Jay Tux he gonna put his up in there at some point. But yeah, y'all see the cash app. Make sure y'all bless them and share the content, man. Share the content. I'm gonna say this real quick before I go into my little spiel. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. If you know you're gonna watch Cowboy football in 2025, going into 2026, and you know that you're going to want to celebrate and complain, that means you have to do what? That means you have to pay attention right now. Because when such and such cornerback gets beat for such and such touchdown, and you're saying, oh my God, why didn't we have? It's because you didn't know that you didn't know this. You didn't know this. Or when the Dallas Cowboys don't draft or don't do, you understand, when they don't do this or that in the draft, and we're looking at this running back as our running back, and we're only averaging, zero point 0.2 yards per carry, and we can't score in the red zone. Hey, remember, it's because when we were signing these other guys, you decided to check out and go look at something else. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If you don't pay attention right now to what's going on in football, 2025 is going to be a blur to you, bro. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I just literally was about to sell some jerseys, right? I'm about to do some discounts on some jerseys, get some of this stuff up out of here. Bruh, do you know I got 17 jerseys that I'm throwing in the trash? Straight in the trash. They're not even on the Cowboys no more, bruh. Like, bro, listen to me. I don't think anybody top to bottom can name this roster. Just close your eyes and name everybody. I don't think anybody can, because I can't even name my starting offensive line right now today. I couldn't tell you. Hi, my name is West Coast Cowboy, and I do not know who my starting offensive line is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is a very important time for our season. Mm-hmm. So, my thoughts on this on free agency. It feel like free agency for everybody else. What feel like me? It feel like I live in the hood in California and it's Christmas. So two things is going for me. One, I ain't getting no gifts because I'm broke. And then two, since I'm in California, it's hot. So it don't even feel like Christmas. You know what I mean? It just feels like a normal day, bruh. Like it literally feels like a normal. So I get what Tuck's saying. Free agency, what? It feels like a normal day, bruh. Like this feels like a normal day. We signed regular players that the Dallas Cowboys would sign on a regular day. I love Kansas. Listen to me. All these transactions that happen should have happened next week. Mm-hmm. For no reason. Listen to me. If these transactions are happening next week, you're like, okay, that's a good pick. But bro, are you kidding me? You're gonna tell me you watched all the film for the Dallas Cowboys 44 season. You looked at everything that we have, everything we don't have, and you said, let's go trade for a linebacker from 5 years ago. Let's go get a cornerback that had an interception in 2 years. Let's go get what else do we do? Let's go get a running back. Let's go get a running back that, listen to me. Let's go get a running back. At this point, Rico, listen to me. Back Rico Dow. I would have loved to have you back now.
Right.
But Rico Cowboys wouldn't have gave him $6 million.
Right. Not for 1 year either.
Not for 1 year.
They barely want to give Tony Pollard $6 million, didn't they?
So yeah, so like Tuck say, to me, it feels like I'm broke. It feels like I'm broke, and I live in California, and it's Christmas. So I'm not getting no gifts, and it's hot outside. So it doesn't even feel like Christmas. You know how you can be broke, but you see snow, and you be like, oh, it feels like Christmas. Right. Bro, I live in California. It don't feel like Christmas. It does not feel like free agency. It just feels like a regular day, bro.
And the way that I've kind of been explaining to the fan base is like, you ever been like starving? You know what I'm saying? You're starving, you're hungry, like West Coast is hungry right now, but your girl wants to take you like to like a work event, right? And all they got is this little finger food. You know what I'm saying? They got some chips and dip. They got, you know what I'm saying, this little finger food, bro. I need a real entree. I need some real food. Cowboys fans right now are starving. And right now we got a bunch of little cool little plates, you know, some chips and dip, little queso over here, little smokies, but we need some real food. And we have been bleeding out since the moment that me and West Coast walked out of that stadium versus Green Bay. And there has been nothing to get this fan base excited. So I see a lot of people online like, oh, Cowboys fans just being negative. Give me something to be happy about. I mean, people want me to be excited about these players that we're getting, and y'all got to come to me and ask who they are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know Kyer Elam like that. I do, because I scout him heavily. There's film out there from Florida, but it's like, y'all don't know. So why are you telling me I should be excited about Kyer Elam when you don't even know about Kyer Elam? You know what I'm saying? And I know what he's done versus Kansas City. I watched him in Buffalo, but our appetites are starving for something. We had to sit back, get blown out and embarrassed in Green Bay. We damn near had a horrible season again last year. And on top of that,
we did.
Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl, tear it all down, rebuild it again, and win another one before we even got remotely even close to an important game. What do you mean this fan base is being negative? We should be negative. What's to be positive about? So don't let people talk to y'all off the cliff and feel like y'all shouldn't feel to some type of way where we're all sitting back scratching our heads saying you could have got Peyton Turner 2 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? You could have got Peyton Turner 2 weeks from now. There was no need to have this sense of urgency to have to go get these guys now when there was bigger pressing needs and voids to fill, and we didn't do it. So here we are again.
Also, shout out to them boys 77. He hit one of y'all with a $5 super. Said I'm back on the scene. You back on the scene and you are seen more. We appreciate you for your support. And if you want to be like them boys 77, Jay Tux super chats, you can hit me and Landlord's cash apps. Cause me and Landlord are under a YouTube Rico right now. So yeah, that super chat stuff is out. But
What's happening, fella? What's happening? Sorry for my tardiness. Sorry for my tardiness.
And to answer her question, she says that people are saying the front office making moves. We need to stop crying. They have no choice to make moves. They just bled out and lost Rico. They just lost J. Lou. They lost Chauncey Golston. They lost D. Law. So you got to replenish. So you got to make creative. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like with the way the Cowboys just have been historically since they won the Super Bowls, we praise mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? We pray. Oh man, see, Tuck, they went and got Javonte Williams. They made a move in day one for it. Come on, dog. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Okay, you got a rotational running back who's coming off an ACL injury. Okay, you did it day one. So technically, yes, you were active day one of free agency, but you haven't moved the needle. No one is sitting up in their chair when it comes to what the Cowboys are doing right now. I feel like we actually reverted because we lost some good quality pieces. We being honest.
We got worse. You lost Jordan Lewis.
Right.
He was a starter. You have nobody to play for him. And when you actually think about your cornerback room as a whole, they're not expecting Trayvon Diggs to be ready at the beginning of the season. No, I don't even like that. They're like
come on, dog. You might have stopped going. Hey, man, he can't be the DJ, dog. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of booty bop was that?
You should have heard what he first put on.
He should already
You
posted.
saw what he first put on. He had some nasty music on first, Landlord. Some nasty music.
He had that lay your body down.
He had that Diddy on. Good Lord. Hey, man.
Landlord accidentally shared his Diddy party.
Hey, real quick, before we go, I want to let y'all know that if anything come back for them Diddy allegations, I was not a part of it at all. What he just said right now. Letting it be known.
Them boys 77 say, how do I support you, bro? All you gotta do is
hey, turn the music down just a little bit though, because it's real loud on my end.
Okay, hey, all you gotta do to support me, I'm gonna turn it down. All you gotta do to support is to hit the cash app.
It's like halfway, you're good.
Yeah, hit my cash app. It's $ Henny the More is at the bottom of the screen underneath my my face. $ Henny the More, and to support Landlord, you hit his cash app. It's $ Landlord 723.
I think mine is. I don't know what my cash app is. Let me see.
But nah, like the Dallas Cowboys got like 99 problems, and football players is one because you ain't got nobody. Because listen, we've been arguing back and forth about what to draft. you so depleted. Like you can damn near can get it right wherever you draft. You need a corner, you need an offensive lineman, you need wide receiver. Damn sure need wide receiver, especially when you look at how we stack up compared to other folks around the league. Mm-hmm. You can make an argument for safety if you wanted to, because like hell, you don't really have a starting caliber player there. The Dallas, matter of fact, took Landlord hit me to this. Did you know that we have not drafted a safety higher than the 6th round since Roy Williams?
Oh yeah,
the highest pick you used on a safety since Roy Williams is a 6th round pick.
What was Xavier Woods? Was he 6?
It was him.
Yeah,
he
6.
was 6.
Yeah, Xavier Woods. Yeah.
Donald was a 7th round pick.
Mr. We don't run full speed on every play.
Oh yeah,
he's got a new deal though. He's still trucking out there. You know what I'm saying?
He's still getting.
Yeah, he's running full speed too though. I bet he's running full speed though.
Yeah. He gotta kill the narratives now.
It's just
the fact that we neglected safety for like a whole decade or two, about 2 decades, that's ridiculous, man. I just don't understand what the logic is. Like, I know safeties don't just get drafted in the first round all the time, but like, come on, bro. It's still some getting drafted. You know what I'm saying? So, and we've been needing it. We've been putting ours back together with what? Good Lord, Wes. But with popsicle sticks.
That man ate a person.
This man is wild. But we've been putting the safety position together with popsicle sticks and bubble gum. Like that. We had to literally reassemble Malik Hooker when he got here. You know what I'm saying? He was a broken man. You know what I'm saying? Fall apart off of what that is? Roger Rabbit. He was fall apart. He was not a fully assembled human being at the time. So we had to bring him to Dallas, rebuild him, and he stayed healthy for us. You know what I'm saying? But I've been calling for that position to be upgraded, and that's one of the few positions that I won't get mad and, you know what I'm saying, Holyfield, my computer or TV, if we drafted that in the first round. That's one of the few that I wouldn't be mad at.
Hey, think about this. Don't you think it's situations like Malik Hooker that, like, since it worked out, that it almost like gives them reason to keep trying it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because in their mind, Malik Hooker was like a success story. And he is a success story. But I think too many times, I think the Cowboys be thinking they can just keep replicating what they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And some of this stuff be like, it be one-offs. Like, what you got from Malik Hooker isn't necessarily what you're going to get from somebody else. But, hey, I was going to say this, because somebody had made a statement about the Cowboys making moves. They're really not, like Jay Tugg was saying, they're really not making moves because, bro, we got 4 compensatory picks. So what does that mean? That means we don't have enough players on our roster.
In my opinion,
you can't call it why you get compensatory picks.
You can't call it a move if it don't hurt, if it don't work. You know what I'm saying? If it don't hurt, if it don't work, it's not a real move. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the equivalent of the Cowboys moves to me, in my opinion, would be spending $5 on a little lotto ticket at the gas station.
Right.
like if it don't work,
$5 on a parlay. You know what I'm saying?
If it don't work, you like, if you spent a band on the parlay,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a real, you like, good Lord, like, sheesh. You're going to have to talk to the wife about that move. You know what I'm saying? That one going to hurt. It's going to sting in your stomach and your side. You're going to feel that. That's a real move, bro. If you ain't putting nothing up, you ain't really doing nothing, in my opinion. You can't say you making no moves. Like, that's the dude talking to, like, one of the real movers and shakers in the city, and he like, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just paid my phone bill, dude. I'm out here making moves.
Right.
Nah, buddy. I just closed on a whole apartment complex yesterday. Like, you get your weight up. Like, that's what the other team's saying to us, bro.
They're doing $5 parlays, man. That's exactly what the Cowboys
look at your most expensive free agents over the years, man. Just go down the list. $4 million, $3 million, $6 million, $5 million, $5 million. Like, you ain't spent over $6 million on an outside free agent in like 50 years.
Greg Hardy.
Crazy.
Hey, them boys hit you with a 35-piece. Wes, he said, Wes hit the folks off with a 10-piece. I don't have cash out.
Hey, salute. Hey, my boy, appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate you. My dog Clebo gave me the $5 super chat. These pickups are equivalent to drafting 4th rounders in the 1st round. Clown stuff. Facts, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna also see it like this, man. Like, you know, at the end of the day, the Cowboys, like, I feel like it feels like they're saving up for something that they're never buying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like now we went like the mind, and it's crazy too, because it's like we're never like balanced. Because at one point Jerry Jones was like, spend it all, give a damn where it is, spend it all, just spend it all. They was spending it all. They was buying wide receivers. Then we went to this mindset of just like now where we're like, we just don't want to spend anything. And I feel like success, the problem that the Cowboys be having is like, sometimes this crap be working. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, like Jerry will get a year where he'll get this rookie from nowhere and get this other guy that he drafted, and they'll just light the whole NFL on fire. You know what I'm saying? The problem that happens with Jerry Jones is some of this, and I don't want to cuss, but I'm gonna have to say my one cuss word. Some of this bullshit that he be doing, every now and then he'll find some corn in it, and he'll be like, "Let's continue to do it," right? Where other teams, if the Chiefs lose a Zach Martin type of player, they're gonna try to replace him with a guy who's a Zach Martin type of player. So it's evenly switch over, right? The Cowboys lose a Zach Martin type of player, and in their mind, they say, we only got to get a guard there. So one or two things was happening. They're either disrespecting what they felt about Zach Martin, or they just disrespecting what they feel about the whole guard position as a whole. Because, bro,
can I put something to bed too? Oh, I thought you was done. Go ahead. My fault.
I'm just saying, I don't see how. I totally agree with what you guys are saying. It's like, bro, just if you have Zach Martin who's only missed he only had 6 holding calls in his entire career. How can you say just getting any guard is equivalent to replacing him? Yes, you're replacing his body, but you're not replacing his talent.
This is what I want to say. I want to put something to bed because I hear people saying this. Even on the major media outlets, I hear them saying that, like, when we sign players like Turpin and Oso Digizua, that those are real free agent moves. I want to tell you that that's maintenance. That's not a move. That means you're not getting worse, more than likely. That's not. I thought the objective was getting better. Like, they talk about we're that's a move. Like, no, it's not. That's a lateral move.
You brought back the same people that you
in most professional spaces. That's not even allowed. Like,
you can't move laterally.
You can't move lateral, bro. You supposed to move up or down. Like, what you doing?
And think about this, landlord. If you didn't sign him, that it actually creates a hole, because if you don't sign him, then you have to actually. If you don't sign Osia Digizua, then what are you going to do in the middle? Like, it's just going to put you in.
For the people who trying to be front office apologies right now, because I see a lot of y'all, and I really feel like it's dishonest. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into detail because I can't stand somebody who can't stand on their morals and principles, bro, and like put their pride to the side, trying to make a little bread off of y'all. I swear I can't stand that shit. Like, I really want to call names, but I ain't got to do all that. Y'all, if y'all understand, y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about.
They know.
I'm going to say this. Listen, ain't no way you can sit up here and take up for the front office when you sit up and see how other teams moving. Like, this is craziness. Like, listen, how far behind do you feel like we are? Think about this to yourself. Are we better than we was last year right now?
No.
Do you feel confident about anything that we done right now?
No.
I'm gonna keep it real.
One more question. I'm gonna let you eat. One more question. Okay, if any of these moves don't work, are you gonna lose a wink of sleep?
No, we don't even know these people.
You gotta lose. I mean, this the thing about it.
No, you won't, Wes. No, you won't.
You don't even know this man's name. You be like, damn.
The only reason why I'm saying I would lose sleep is because I feel like the Cowboys think that some of these guys are gonna actually have to play. Like, if they're honestly telling, that's what I'm saying, bro. So if you're honestly telling me that this cornerback is gonna have to play at some point, and they're counting on that, yeah, bro, I'm gonna feel some type of way, bro, because like that, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, it don't make sense. And then it's like, man, like, listen to me, we be celebrating stuff that normal people have. Like, we like kids in the hood that's running around saying, "Oh man, I got my kid braces, bro." That's what parents do for their kids, bro. I know it's something big. Listen to me. If you in the hood and you got braces, people think you rich. That's just what it is.
I'm gonna say something, man.
But when you in suburban America, you know what they think you are? Normal.
If you got a dad in the hood, boy,
thank you. If you got a dad in the hood, you're different,
boy.
Oh, you
but you get what I'm saying, fellas? Like,
hey,
we're
we
taking
so bad as a
basic.
community. We be like, man, that nigga had a daddy. He ain't like that.
That nigga got a daddy. He soft. He had a daddy in his life. He soft.
Like, man, that boy had a daddy. He had his mama and his daddy. Boy, what are you talking about?
Mama and his daddy.
He is not like that. Like,
hey, man, I bet your mama made dinner every night, huh? Yeah, you look like your mama made dinner every night.
Boy, you ain't never ate a syrup sandwich. Boy, get your ass out.
Here's what I was going to say. Kind of get back to that. Here's what I really want people to focus on, all right? I know the Cowboys have had a lackluster offseason thus far. What people have to understand, we don't have a Super Bowl winning coach to lead these groups of journeymen to their competition. You have a first-year head coach who's probably gonna know he's gonna be so overwhelmed. I hope. Listen, NFL, please.
No, he gonna have a drug addiction.
Don't toss us Pat Mahomes for the opener. You know what I'm saying? Pat Mahomes in Dallas. I don't want them. But like, bro, Brian Schottenheimer's going to be so overwhelmed, and you're going to go out there and give him this kind of mid-tier talent. He's not going to be able to overcome that. So I just think it's frustrating from the Cowboys standpoint. It's just like they just won't go in. You know what I'm saying? They just won't go. I don't know what's happening. Like you said, West Coast, we got the restructure. And CeeDee said, I can't do it by myself. And then, Dak restructure. You seen all this money movement. At least give us the Micah deal. At least give us that first before you go get these players. Because just like Landlord was saying, okay, you bring in someone from the USFL like Turpin. If it doesn't work, who cares? They did it last year. Y'all remember what was his name? Will Harvey, the linebacker they brought in.
Yeah.
From the USFL came in. Everyone thought, no. And nobody cared. Nobody lost any sleep. So they make these conservative moves because I feel like they're afraid. I feel like they're afraid to really go out there, but I don't know what they have to lose. I really don't know what they have to lose if they go out there and try to move the needle.
Hey, well, Chuck, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm sorry.
Now, if they're complacent, they were complacent with the coaching hire, right? They're complacent with the coaching hire. They've been complacent thus far with the free agency. Why are they gonna stop in the draft? And what people really need to focus on, Cowboys Nation, before I end this message, y'all need to start poking, start focusing on Jerry Jones a little bit and start putting the focus on Will McClay. Who has the scouting reports on Kyer Elam still? Mike McCarthy's gone. This is Will McClay and his scouting team going back to 2021 and seeing what their grades are. They're going back in Peyton Turner and seeing what these grades are. This is Will McClay's doing. This is why they brought him back in. To kind of do this and find these gems. We'll be constantly trying to find gems. First, you just go and get some solid guys that you're going to have instant impact. You see what I'm saying? So, Will McClay, you got the new deal. You should be in the spotlight just like everybody else. We always give Will McClay the credit for Deron Bland, but we don't never bring up Will McClay and Mozzie. We don't never bring up Will McClay with none of the bad picks. We put that on Jerry. But Will McClay,
we put that on Mike McCarthy. Yeah,
on Mike McCarthy. When we have video evidence of Mike McCarthy wanting Matthew Bergeron. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want Mozzie. Dan Quinn didn't even want Mozzie. That was Will McClay.
One thing I want to say, Tuck, I said this, and look, he's a beloved figure in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He's done great work. But I feel like if you get awarded the praise, you should also get some criticism sometimes. Right. I'm sorry. Right. It can't be a one side of the fair.
Right.
So, Mr. Duke Manyweather. Mr. Duke Manyweather. Sir, can you please fix some of these O-linemen? So these people keep talking about drafting a first round O-lineman every year. But you the O-line guru. You've worked wonders. But please tell me, cause look, he ain't let you know. Everybody talking about the O-line suck and the O-line this and that. Duke was banging against y'all last year. Duke was like, oh no. He's showing his work. Hold on, he's doing mouth problems and he's showing his work. He said, no, this ain't Terrence Steele fault. This such and such fault. Oh no, look at this. So if you mean to tell me we give him all this praise for creating all these great O-linemen, where is the criticism for these O-linemen screwing up? Like where the criticism is? So I'm just saying, listen, we gave y'all a chance. We gave y'all picks. Pick out the pick. I'm sorry. It's our turn. Pass the stick, sir. You got skunked. It's our turn. Let us swing at the goddamn ball instead of butting all damn time. Y'all give us the back end of everything.
We need to go get a guard.
You want us to have another Jalen Tobin on this team. That's what you want. No offense to him, but we need somebody a couple notches better. Like just being real. And that's what your number one receiver told you.
if
your
you want to
number
win
one
this year,
receiver said, "Please help me."
if you want to win this year, if you don't want to win this year, then go get offensive lineman. We can rebuild and revamp, and if you
We have a
want,
fire-ass line for Arch
you know what I'm
Manning.
saying? But if you want to win this year and get back to contention now, you better go get you some weapons that's high octane.
Okay, real quick.
You have to.
Real quick. I was gonna say, just piggyback off the landlord say. This is a crazy statement that I'm about to make right now, though, right? But this is true. The NFL season is not the time. There is no time for a player to get better in the NFL season. That is not how it works. The off season right now is where you are going to get better as a player and athlete. Now, what I'm saying is this: the time that they're allowed, if in the regular season, they can take you from maybe from a this to a that, but those large leaps that we are hoping that these players are taking, that has to happen right now in the off season. In the regular season, you're practicing and you're literally preparing for your next opponent. So there really isn't time for you to get good. And to be honest with you, that's why it takes, if a player does get better in the season, it takes them 8 to 9 games. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a longer time. So whatever we're going to do, I am stressing this right now. Whatever we're going to do, it needs to happen right now. It needs to happen right now. If our offensive line,
off what he's saying, you got to think about this. To piggyback off what you're saying, I feel like we really like lacking on the sense of urgency. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, bro,
Dak
ain't got that long, bro. Dak ain't got that long, bro. Like, I know we don't want to talk about this, bro, but Dak Prescott do not have that long, bro. Like, you need to be trying to capitalize on whatever you think Dak Prescott is right now or can be in the next 2 to 3 years. That's what you need to be trying to do. I don't care about what else you talking about. Any of these side missions, they don't matter. You need to be focused on the main mission, which is capitalizing on a potential Pro Bowl MVP candidate quarterback that you done had all these years. Because guess what? Other teams are catching up. Your division is catching up. Your division got young horses in them. Your division got people that's finna be there for the next 10 years. And you got to play them, and you got to beat them. Look,
and you know what else your division got, landlord?
One more incentive, because I ain't heard nobody really speak on this. One more incentive for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to ask all three of y'all, who been our biggest Achilles heel over the years? Who we can't get over?
49ers.
Them boys then disassembled their whole team.
And they'll be back. And I'm going to tell you, you know what's crazy about it?
If it was ever a time to strike, it's now.
They'll be back.
Go ahead.
And thank you. And I was just about to say that. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. I trust the 49ers. I trust the 49ers to figure it out.
They'll be back probably by the end of next year.
Yeah, I trust them to figure it out.
They going to pull the Rams, ain't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The Rams,
you know what I'm saying?
The Rams got better.
Like,
but hey, you know what I was going to say?
No, I'm
you know
talking
about
I'm talking about like
after
we thought the Rams was gonna be down for a minute. Then
they down for half a year.
Half a year.
They snapped.
Yeah,
right
but
back.
you know, but I'm gonna tell you what else is happening in our division too. The DBs in our division are getting younger. You know what I'm saying?
Better.
Philadelphia got a young little squad over there. Giants are trying to put something together. Commanders already had something. You know, the Commanders they just brought in Lattimore. He older though, but you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this, man. 2 years ago when we was in the playoffs, I made a playoff video and it said Dak and CeeDee are gonna have to Dak and CeeDee Lamb it all the way through the playoffs. That's exactly what I said at that last playoff game. Guess what? That didn't happen. We didn't win. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. That was our greatest weapon and ally last year. Now we coming to the point where it's like that weapon of Dak and CeeDee Lamb is neutralized. Why? Because everybody has. I'm not trying to say everybody has a Dak and CeeDee Lamb, but everybody got a Dak and CeeDee Lamb on their team.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that list? Did you see that list that he shared?
So think about this. Let me just say this one last thing. So us having Dak and CeeDee Lamb now is just a bare minimum. Yeah. Like Dak and CeeDee Lamb is now preventing us from winning a game. Is helping us win a game. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has a go-to. Everybody has that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that list that he shared? With all them teams all them teams that got 2 wide receivers like a duo.
Oh no, I ain't seen that.
Man, it's about 13 teams got dope duos, and we over here lacking. And like I said, they forgot CeeDee and Toba, man.
Like
they
CeeDee Lamb got it.
Look,
you know what's funny?
But this the problem right here, though. Like this right here, I feel like is very critical in team building. Like I spoke on this last year, bro. CeeDee Lamb was out there playing with one shoulder for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, we using CeeDee Lamb like a workhorse back. Do y'all understand that? Because I don't think y'all get it. Like, listen, if CeeDee Lamb takes a phantom injury, the season is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. It's just like Dak Prescott. It should never be that way, y'all. Do y'all understand me?
Mm-hmm.
The only time your season should be over if your quarterback go down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time it's acceptable. If CeeDee Lamb, if CeeDee got a hangnail, if he catch anything, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say he got the runs for the rest of the season. If he can't play, the season over. So this is what I want y'all to understand. That's why it's so important to get another weapon, bro. CeeDee played with one shoulder the whole year. like CeeDee out there about to kill himself. Then this man actually, so let me ask you this. How fed up do you think it got to the point that CeeDee had to speak on that? Mm-hmm. Like, how frustrated do you think he had to get? Because he made a post about this, bro. And people still talking about other things. And your number one guy telling you, I can't do, it can't get no clearer than this. This man said, I can't do this by myself. Like,
yeah. You know what's crazy?
And the problem with that, landlord, is that it's the pettiness of the Joneses, because what they're feeling is, oh, well, we made you the highest paid. Figure it out. You know, and that's the problem. But you're seeing Chase Higgins, Puka Nacua, Adams, Brown, Smith, Jettis, Addison, Epson. The list goes on. And not even taking the fact these wide receiver duos also have a running game to go along with it. You know, and some of them have tight ends to go along with it. But for the Cowboys, it's just we can only have one thing. And I feel like the fan base has kind of been split to do that. We always got to split. Is it Zeke versus Pollard? We can't have two. You know what I'm saying? Amari, like, we can't just have two or multiple. Why can't we go into the season with a talented roster overhaul? We have some talented guys, but we're not a talented, well-put roster from top to bottom like some of these other teams are. I always tell people, go and try to play Madden with these Cowboys and see what happens to your ass online. Go play Madden with them. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we make decisions. We kind of make it's like we're making decisions to compensate for other decisions. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just washing one hand and just washing the other hand. You're not actually going up though. You know what I'm saying? You're literally just going at the same motion that you're going right now. And the thing that sucks is, like, technically, if you're going at the same direction and speed that you were going, and everybody else is going a little bit faster, you're actually going backwards now. Because you're not getting worse, but everybody's getting better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the moves that you do make are just they're almost like they're not counting towards anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. What really sucks is CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott in our division is low key one of the older duos. You know what I'm saying? Because Jalen Hurts is technically younger than Dak. Giants gonna have a quarterback that's younger. Like, bro, we were actually on the end. We were on the back end right now. Where all these other guys like Washington is on the beginning of theirs. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles they're in the prime of theirs. Like we're saying Dak only got two more years. How many years he got left? They're not saying that about those other Cowboys, those other teams. And then
the max, I'm looking at Dak like 3 years, man. I ain't saying that he can't do it, but I'm talking about, like, I'm preparing for the worst.
Realistically.
Right, there's no way he got 3 years left.
I feel like we gotta prepare for the worst. So, and to be honest with you, in the next year or so, I'm looking for a replacement. I might even go second round next year. Like, I'm for real. Like, y'all know I rock with Dak, but reality is reality. Like, you can't not go to the doctor when you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You barely even waking up. You barely getting out the bed. You can't just keep pushing it off and kicking it down the road. You gotta face the facts and pay the piper out the wire, bro. Like,
but landlord,
real.
You know what's funny?
Real.
Think about this. I'm gonna ask you this though. With the Dallas Cowboys track history, bruh, they probably want to take at least 2 to 3 years to try to replace Dak because, bruh, unless we just get lucky The Dallas Cowboys do not have a good track history with drafting quarterbacks. Outside of freaking Troy
They
Aikman.
don't.
You know what I'm saying? Troy Aikman's really the only quarterback that we actually drafted and was actually what we drafted. We did not draft Dak thinking he was going to be a quarterback. We did not think that. They thought they were going to be using Dak in packages. And that's exactly what Jason Garrett said when they were in the documentary. They were going to be using his athleticism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, if you go look at the Cowboys, everybody's talking about replacing Dak. Man, if you go look at the Cowboys' track history of drafting quarterbacks, no matter when, bruh, like they really listen to me, they really started Ben DiNucci. They really started Garrett Gilbert, bruh. They really did.
Yeah. And listen, like you so eloquently put, but also think about the quarterbacks the Dallas Cowboys tried to draft and didn't get the opportunity
Hey,
to.
that's my boy. Don't
Johnny
give me nice.
Manziel, Paxton
John.
Lynch. What was that boy name?
Paxton Lynch.
They
Come on.
wanted Max Duggan. What his name is? Dude with a
Yeah, they wanted
wrestler
Max
name.
Duggan.
Really wanted that boy from Memphis, though. That boy from Memphis.
Sound
What
like
was
he
it?
can wrestle like a mud, don't it? Too.
I can't lie.
It was
I would
Paxton
take
Lynch.
Jalen Hurts though. I wanted Jalen Hurts in that draft though, but
It wouldn't have been a bad pick,
Man,
especially with what we
Jalen
know
Hurts,
in
man.
hindsight. It
But
wouldn't have been a bad pick at all.
yeah, man. I ain't lying. Jalen decent, bro. But look,
Dan or they never gonna say nothing. He ain't never gonna say nothing.
he not like that.
Yeah, and listen, Romo was not drafted, so Romo
Okay.
was not included in draft picks.
Answer
Tony
me
Romo
this,
was
though.
an undrafted free agent.
This something I ain't heard people talk about. Y'all know I don't really do a lot of shows, so that's why I got a lot of topics. So forgive me. Listen, I'm never forgiving with you. You the worst. But listen,
He's gonna tell you do better. That's it.
why
Max Duggan.
ain't nobody talking about our backup quarterback position?
Oh, man.
Nobody cares.
Because we ain't got a coach that can coach it.
We don't care. If we see
I'm
it, we know.
saying,
we
like,
know what season
I
Are
it
we
was
is.
just
literally about to
planning
say
on
that.
it?
I was
I'm
literally
just
gonna
saying,
say that.
You
I was
still
literally
need
gonna say
one,
that
right?
because it
I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
saying, like,
It's gonna
do
be
we
Cooper
look
Rush.
at them?
Not really.
Do we
It'd be
look
Cooper
at them
Rush.
like somebody we just gonna draft one, or we just like
It'd be Cooper Rush.
Nigga, for all I care, you could play quarterback.
Hey,
for us,
I'm going for 4,000.
Hey, but listen to this.
Play with me, boy. I'm going for 4,000.
4,000
Hey,
pick.
ATM is right though.
Throw a pick every
Hey,
attempt.
hey, Jameis Winston from Birmingham. Don't play with
Hey,
me.
I like
boy.
Jameis.
30
I like
for
Jameis
30.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
my
30
Hey,
for
listen.
30.
Hey,
Boy. Don't play with me.
I like what Henny said though, because when the Cowboys, listen to me, when other teams lose their quarterback, they at least try to put something together to keep the season going. When the Cowboys lose their quarterback, the season's over, bro.
Is it?
It's over. Like,
Like,
we're like
dog.
our team. Listen to me. Our team is barely built to have a season with Dak. You want to talk about what a season like without, bro? I'm a Laker fan when Dak is not playing. What is it? I'm watching the Rangers.
We should be talking about drafting
And
Travis.
as soon as Dak is hurt, as soon as Dak goes down, I'm trying to figure out how I can end the season as quickly as possible.
Right. Yeah. He tore his hamstring.
Trying to make
That's
sure I
the
took
thing,
the
bro.
under on the Cowboys.
And see what people ought to also consider when it comes to Dak is he going to be the Dak Prescott that we know because he tore his hamstring out the bone, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be scheduled for a run. You got to give him some help. You got to give him some weapons, y'all. You really do. If not, I'm like I said, I'm already kind of on the season anyways. But if they don't go and get the Dak some weapons, some real ones,
No, Tug. They got him a rookie head coach, Tug.
A rookie head coach. We have our third defensive coaching staff in 3 years. This ain't no recipe for success.
This is his fourth offensive coordinator.
It's just yeah. And see, here's the thing. Brian Schottenheimer is going to lean heavily on Dak Prescott to run this offense. If something was to happen, he goes down, bro. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
So you know what that also means? That means Dak is going to have to. That means Dak is going to have an MVP season this year, which is. I'm not saying he can't have it. I'm not saying that he can't have it. But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be the requirement. You have a whole offseason to prepare this team to not put your quarterback in a position where you listen to me. You want Dak to play like an MVP, but you don't want him to need to have to play like an MVP.
Right.
All right. So
because it usually doesn't turn out like that, bro.
Mr. Xavier, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you the problem. He talking about something, man, we going to be okay. We don't want to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be okay anymore.
Hold on.
I want to be great.
Hold on. What makes you think we're going to be okay? your
Because
faith,
he don't know. Because
Just I'm
optimism.
a Cowboys
your
fan.
Christian faith is why you feel we're gonna be okay.
And that's where people run the mistake, right? And I feel like as content creators, we can kind of get back in that corner because, right, naturally we're Cowboys fans. We got to keep it real. If you wasn't a Cowboys fan, if I was a reporter for the Cleveland Browns or the Kansas City Chiefs, there is no chance in hell I would be telling the Cowboys fans y'all gonna win over 11 games.
No.
I'm only giving y'all 10 because y'all gonna be mad at me. There is no chance in hell I could be a reporter for the Kansas City Star and you ask me to run a report and write on the Dallas Cowboys win total, and I'm saying they're gonna be a playoff team because they've shown you nothing football conceptually wise they can do it.
I mean, just ask them this.
Wes, not even just from the personnel standpoint. Look at the schedule that we have. Out of the quarterbacks that we have on record, we haven't even shown that we're able to beat those kind of quality of quarterbacks at all. Dak Prescott or no Dak Prescott. We haven't shown we can beat them Mahomes. We haven't shown we can beat Lamar Jacksons, and we haven't shown we can beat these quality opponents.
Can I ask y'all a foul question?
Why would you be
put Josh Allen on there?
Cowboys fan?
Can I ask y'all a foul question? Nobody want to talk about it, but I mean, it's the doctor visit. I told you this the Dallas doctor visit. Doctor visits, you can't deny them. You gotta have them. Like, we gotta talk about what's really going on with you, bro. It's no way I could just deny this, right? All right. On the scale, like, listen, I think we all like Dak. We feel like Dak could do what he do, right? But from the last Dak we seen, I mean, what was that? What was the last Dak we seen?
I mean, listen, I say it like this.
With Jalen Tolbert.
The last Dak we seen wasn't like that. Wasn't up to Dak level, bro. And I rocks with Dak, but I'm just being real. Like, I don't like. I'm sure. I can't say I'm sure. I feel optimistic about the ability for them to get better throughout the season, but what we seen in the beginning wasn't ideal. I think we can all agree on that.
So here's what I think
you got to get to you got to get to a point where your quarterback doesn't have to, like, bro. If you're expecting Dak to carry you every year, you're thinking you're expecting him to be like this Hall of Fame. Like, bro, Patrick Mahomes is not even doing that, bro. If you really want to think about it, Patrick Mahomes had an off year this year. Like, he was not Patrick Mahomes as that you would think he was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but guess what? Think about it, they still went to the Super Bowl.
It's crazy. They lost
so
how many games?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we are so Dak Prescott handicapped, man. And then we want to unhandicap ourselves from Dak, but then we don't want to give us nothing else to be addicted to. Like, it does not make any, somebody said it, we're addicted to mediocrity, bro. Like, I don't feel like, it's like we don't want to suck, but we don't want to be really good either. You know what I'm saying?
But look, hear me out though. I'm not saying that it's Dak's fault. All I'm saying is that I think we can agree that Dak wasn't playing his best football either, though, even individually.
So here's
playing his best football.
I don't think.
Why does Daddy got to save the day every day, though? God damn, Daddy got to be Daddy every day.
Every day.
Hold on. I don't think you can play great football and you ain't got great people around you. Like, that's just how I feel. You don't even like the weapons we got, Lord.
I hate them.
You the main person talking about niggas getting locked up across the board. You talk about that got a whole pat the ball because ain't nobody open. You talk about how Tyler Guyton is a bust, and then you can turn around like, I don't think Dak Prescott played good. No shit.
Because it's
hold on, Henry. But in landlord's defense, bro, the problem when it comes to Dak, for me personally, you sit there and sign off on that shit.
They do though.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
See, we heard CeeDee speak, and I made a video and people got mad. We heard CeeDee speak. We heard Micah speak. Bro, when are you going to speak up? Aaron Rodgers would be like, hell no, I'm not.
See, this the problem. This is one of the problems, Tuck. This is one of the problems in the space. When somebody openly criticizes Dak, it becomes like, oh, this Dak defense.
You're hating on Dak.
It's Dak defense. Like, that's not what I'm getting at, y'all. What I'm saying is, okay, even if it wasn't ultimately Dak's fault, do we have any fault? No. My question is, do we have any fault?
But the problem is that
he does.
Do he have any fault? That's the only thing I'm trying to
tap
into.
He does.
I'm not tapping into. I'm not saying Dak is responsible for us being terrible. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, Dak has a part in this, bro. Like, let's
Listen,
not
but
know.
landlord,
Hold on,
landlord.
hold on, Wes. Let me get this. This is a good conversation piece, right? I feel like Dak does have a huge responsibility, and people get upset with this because they overprotect Dak. But I keep telling everybody that is not Mike McCarthy's offense, y'all. That is Dak Prescott's offense.
Mike
That ain't Mike.
said it.
That's not Mike. That is Dak Prescott's offense. Y'all see how active he is at pre-snap. We've all played the game. That is Dak checking out of everything and being a conductor at the line of scrimmage. So he has a lot of responsibility in what y'all see on game days. Now, what happens is people take that like, oh, he sucks his garbage straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, right? It's overprotect or overanalyze, but he has a huge responsibility of what we see on Sunday. Go ahead, Wes.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I agree with you. I was just gonna say that the Cowboys as a team, that we got to get this back to a team sport, man. Like we're talking about our offense, and the only person that we're speaking about is Dak. It's you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of growing up and being a Tony Romo fan, bro. Where I knew if Tony Romo did not go out there and ball, bro, we were not gonna win.
Right.
I don't give a damn what the defense did. I don't give a damn what the offense. If Tony Romo did not go out there and produce, we were not going to win that game. And I'm going to be honest with you. That is not how teams who win in the playoffs win. Teams who are winning the playoffs are not solely based around one person.
1,000%.
That's what I said all the time. I don't want to keep. I shouldn't have to keep explaining that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's Dak's fault. All I'm trying to illustrate is Dak has fault. That's all I'm saying.
And the problem is, like landlord,
we can't say he innocent, bro. That's the problem I have with some of y'all. We can't act like he innocent now. Come on.
Listen,
the problem is Dak can go 11 for 17 or 147 yards and Cowboys still win the game. Yeah. He can't. Dak can't have Cooper Rush type games for some weird reason.
Nah,
they don't call a game like that.
Right.
The best way we can demonstrate something like that is getting a dope run game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He might be able to, simulate some of those Jalen Hurts games. You know what I'm saying? I understand Jalen did his thing like on my life. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl, he came through. He made all the plays he's supposed to make. But guess what helped him make those plays? The fact that the whole game plan of the Kansas City Chiefs was to stop who?
Saquon Barkley.
Right.
They wanted to stop Saquon. They weren't studying Jalen Hurts.
Right.
They already made it up in their head. They said, listen, if Jalen beat us, we're going to walk to the middle of the field and do what?
Right.
Shake his hand. Good job, brother. You did it. Mm-hmm. And that's what he did. He made the plays. Wide open receivers all over the board.
Right.
But people only see that it was the defense cutting up, and it was, bro, they had one-on-one coverage all across the board.
Right.
They loading the box trying to stop Saquon. Saquon didn't do nothing because that was their mission. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Philly was able to capitalize because they had weapons. That's why.
But listen, this is the thing. They have not gotten a weapon. The last weapon that you got that had any kind of semblance of a heartbeat was CeeDee Lamb back in 2020. That's half a decade ago, bro. Right. The Dallas Cowboys have not invested in weapons for me to say that we had that kind of roster. Even when Dak Prescott was having an MVP caliber season, and he probably should have won it when you think about the personnel he played with. Right? He out there playing with CeeDee Lamb and the ghost of Brandon Cooks. And Jake Ferguson.
The last weapon we drafted in the first round was my very first video as a content creator.
Exactly. It was CeeDee Lamb. So this is my thing. The Dallas Cowboys haven't did anything to make the man's life easier. We don't have a run game. The running backs we do get, we ship them out. Like you let go of Tony Pollard. You gave him 1-year contract and let him go free when he was completely healthy. By the way, you ran out there with Rico Dowd and what was left of Ezekiel Elliott. I don't understand what they thinking about when it comes to like the skill position players.
Hey man, somebody block Boss Cowboy. I'm sick of this. block Boss. Hey, he gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'll holler at you on Twitter. You still my dog. but you gotta go. You know, I'm just,
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just
Tackle.
playing. Don't shoot balls, but hey, you gotta relax now. Come on now.
He went for
A
listen.
tackle to help
You,
Dak.
you see how seamlessly he went from guard to tackle. This man.
Hey man, we got a 6'5" prospect running 21 miles per hour, man. Hey, and he got butter soft hands. I'm done with that, bro.
They hating T Mac for some weird
They
reason
hating on this man for no reason.
because he ain't run
Because
the
what it is, people thirsty for clicks. They want to have a hot take. It seems like they overthinking them. You know what I'm saying? And I hope so. I hope he
so.
fall to 12 and Dallas just be like, okay, Will McClay kick in and we get him. That's
Right.
what I hope happens.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if the Cowboys are really committed, like I will always know when the Cowboys are really committed to Dak Prescott
Man, wait
when
a
they
minute.
actually go.
He keep
Can you hear
changing
me?
positions.
I can hear you. Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
bro.
man. Boss full of it, bro. Because every 5 seconds is another O-line position. He need a whole line to let y'all tell it. Man, get out of here.
Go ahead, Wiz.
Nah, what the hell was I about to say? I lost my third train of thought. What was we talking about?
We we're talking about. I don't know what the hell we be talking about, man.
I don't know what we was talking about, but Boss got to relax. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we listen. There's too many old people on this.
Boss, yeah, our memory gone. Boss said
I know what I
you
was
on
gonna say.
our
I was gonna
side
say.
of
I know
town
what I was
now,
gonna say.
Boss.
I know what I was
You'll
gonna say.
get jumped over here. You'll
Say
get
it,
That's what I was
jumped
gonna
over
say.
here, Boss.
Say
I
it.
We
say
ain't
the
playing with
Cowboys. The Cowboy I always you can always know when the team is really committed to the quarterback position when they go get the quarterback a good tight end. The Dallas Cowboys have yet to actually go spend money or assets to go get a quality tight end. Why? Because that is who's getting the ball when everything falls apart or when the defense just flat out does their job. You know what I'm saying? So like CeeDee Lamb, like I'm gonna be honest with you, there, every team knows that they gotta have a number one wide receiver. Why? Because somebody has to sell jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even the Giants went out 2 years in a row and tried to draft a number one wide receiver, and they had Daniel Jones throwing them the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that doesn't really surprise me at all. You know what I'm saying? What really makes me think that a team is really invested into their quarterback is when they are actually investing into the tight end position. And the Cowboys have never really did that. Like they've always given Dak Prescott. And think about this, like we hailed Jason Witten because of what? Because of Jason Witten was one of the best tight ends to ever do it. But let's just be real. He wasn't even one of the most athletic. We always loved Jason Witten. Why? Because he was always there when we needed him. Like he was always in those moments when we needed them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's something that the Cowboys also got to be. They also got to be able to look at themselves too, because we have been giving Dak Prescott these 99-cent deal tight ends and hoping that these guys work, you know what I'm saying? And hoping that he can work them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, the Cowboys, we got CeeDee Lamb. And even if we don't, they don't, because I mean, listen, if they don't draft a wide receiver, I'm okay with it as long as they go get me a brand. Hold on, let me finish, because this will actually happen before this happens. I will only be okay if the Cowboys don't draft a receiver if they go get a veteran receiver right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's something they have to invest in some money and getting a veteran receiver right now. If they go get a veteran receiver right now that will solidify, that will 100% be their number two wide receiver, then I would be okay with them, not doing something not necessarily in the whole entire draft. You know what I'm saying? But in the first 2 rounds at wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Let me
that's the
let me
only way
let
I'm
me
okay
interject
with
real
it.
quick.
I gotta jump, y'all.
Let me interject the question to
I gotta
the panel
jump,
real
y'all.
quick. Go
All right,
ahead.
peace,
Go
y'all.
ahead. Go ahead.
Appreciate y'all.
You
I
gone?
gotta go.
Okay, you gone. All right, bro. I'm hollering.
All right,
So, all right, so I appreciate you for coming through.
I ain't
bro.
far behind you though.
So I had a question for y'all.
Go
then.
ahead.
So, cause he mentioned free agent wide receiver. So if they went that
Jake
direction,
Ferguson's
out
average,
of the
bro. He's average.
out of the people that are available, who would you want? Would you want a reunion with Amari Cooper? I'm gonna leave Amari Cooper
What
out.
you
They don't
said
spend.
Jake Ferguson for?
No, because somebody.
He was he in the chat box. He in the chat box. I'm gonna leave Amari Cooper off because they don't spend the block on players they supposed to. So out of
And you
Keenan
got to
Allen,
remember, Amari Cooper
Cooper.
got out of here because for non-football reasons. So that's why I don't believe he'll come back. I'm just being honest with you,
Yeah.
because I don't
So
think it was
out of
football
Cooper,
related that he left.
right? So out of Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, and Stephon Diggs, which one of them would you want the Dallas Cowboys to sign?
I would me. I would say, I would honestly, I want a tight end. But I would say I would say Diggs. I'm gonna tell you why I say Diggs. I'm gonna tell you why I say Diggs because I can use Diggs' older brother as leverage to get young brother's ass on a football field. You know what I'm saying? And the Dallas Cowboys love doing 2-for-1ers. They love doing one thing and get it and it having two meanings. You know what I'm saying? So if you get Diggs, if you go get, I feel like if you go get Diggs, they'll think if we go get Diggs, that will guarantee that Trevon Diggs will play 17 games because he's not going to want to miss a game without his brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, people like, yeah, but what if he's not ready? Cowboys don't give a damn about that. They don't care about that. Michael Gallup ran a slant route and fell down. And fell down. Y'all don't remember that, but I do. I do. He ran a slant route and fell down.
And then
He was never
retired.
ready. And then he
Then he
retired the
retired.
next year. He was never ready,
They're
bro.
like, nope,
Cowboys did not
it's
care.
over with.
They paid him and made him play. They did not care.
We so cheap though, bro. Like I know people. I know that sound cliche in the space these days. Like, well, Cowboys cheap, Cowboys cheap, bro. We signed Turpin. I like Turpin. I actually like Turpin, but I
He gonna be your number
mean,
2. Watch.
you're not gonna pay him. You paid him like a special teamer. You know what I'm saying?
They paid him the most money ever.
You
I
paid
ain't
him
gonna lie.
like one though.
They paid him like a third receiver, in my opinion.
Did they though? They gave $6 million.
They gave him that. In my opinion,
So
when
you
I saw
think they
that,
gave him lower tier wide receiver man?
listen, when I saw that contract,
They gave him lower tier
you
wide
listen,
receiver
Henny,
money.
when I saw his contract, you know what I thought? There goes your third receiver. Bro, there's no way he's making $6 million return punts and kickoff returns. The NFL don't even want kickoff returns no more. They got them dudes standing up and waiting for them to
Yeah,
run
they
down.
got it. They got it messed up now.
Turpin, listen, at $6 million, that's why when I saw $6 million a year, I was like, bro, think about this. They didn't even want to give a running back $6 million.
The only free agent wide receiver I want is either Cup or Keenan Allen. I might take Stephon Diggs too. Maybe.
This is the thing for Diggs. If he signed Diggs, we got to sign him for like 3 or 4 years because he's coming off of ACL this year. So I'm not trying to have him on the team to rehab and go sign with another team. I got to get something from the dude while he's here.
I want your best years.
Yeah. So if we sign somebody like Stephon Diggs, I can't have him here for a 1-year rental. You're not Stephon Diggs this year. You're gonna be F1.
For our offense, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. For our offense, and if I'm trying to say who is the best to help you win a Super Bowl right now, no BS aside, go get the white boy.
Cooper Kupp.
Go get the white boy.
Agreed too.
Go get the white boy.
We watched his film.
Because he's like a tight end. He's like a tight end receiver. Not
You know the
size
only
wise, but I'm
thing-
saying utility wise. Like he's the type of guy that's always gonna get open. And Dak needs guys who's all like Cooper Kupp is a guy who gets open by himself. He's not, you know what I mean? He doesn't need the route or the concept. He can get open. He's like an Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
Let me read something to y'all real quick. One of my only concerns about Cooper Kupp, I'm not gonna hold you. It says Cooper Kupp has averaged 93.1 receiving yards per game in his playoff career, which is ranked third most all-time amongst players that have played in at least 5 playoff games. Now, this right here is where it's concerning because I don't know how creative Shotty is. It said despite missing 3 to 7 weeks, Cooper Kupp has traveled 2,366 yards in pre-snap motion, which is over 300 more than any other receiver. So I like literally almost every play that I watched the Cooper Kupp, he was in motion. So like that right there is a little concerning to me because CeeDee do that. So like who gonna be in motion? You see what I'm saying?
At different points.
I need Shotty to be able to be creative to make that work though. Like, cause it looks like that's how you maximize Kupp. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He needs to be on the move. Like I promise you, if you go pull up his tape, he in motion. I'm just telling you right now, like I swear to you, almost every single play he in motion.
He ain't lying.
So what is CeeDee Lamb going? How you gonna gel those two receivers together? That's one of my only concerns. But I do believe in the savviness, the craftiness, and the football IQ of Cooper Kupp. I feel like him and Dak will gel immediately. I feel like he'll have an instant impact on his football team. He will be clearly better than Cooks and Tolbert, and I feel like he could go crazy. What was his numbers in 7 games here?
In 12 games, he had
12 games.
He had 710 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he would have easily
And-
eclipsed 1,000 yards with the extra 5 games.
He was
And I
going
also
crazy.
think-
How many
and I think-
touchdowns in 12 games?
7.
And I
pretty
think
good.
Cooper Cup will handle bullshit better than all them other dudes too, because there's gonna be some times where there's gonna be some bullshit. Like you ain't gonna get the ball with like 2 times in 3 weeks, and we just gonna need you to be quiet and not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like if we don't, because we already got enough people over here complaining about stuff. So I think he would be able to. Because listen, there's going with a brand new offensive coordinator, brand new head coach, a quarterback coming off of injury, wide receiver technically coming off injury, because remember CeeDee Lamb did not finish the season on the field. He finished the season on the sidelines. So all these dudes brand new. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some bumps in the log. So you're gonna need some guys with some good temperament who aren't. One thing about Diggs, I know for sure he gonna be expecting that football. You know what I'm saying? So Cooper Cup, I feel like he would be DK's. I don't know why people keep saying DK. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler. He can't come to Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
You got traded.
But I think like if my second receiver needs to be good enough for me to run plays specifically to him. And I think he is good enough for me to run plays specifically to him. You know what I'm saying? And then I think also the Cowboys need to, after you get this, after you upgrade this second receiver, you need to upgrade that tight end. But you know what? They might actually got him, and that boy John Stevens, if he can just stay healthy, man.
I don't even, yeah, he don't even play football at this point.
Bro.
That
And
man
shout out to
That
Darnell
ship has
Washington, the
sailed.
dude from Alabama. I mean from Georgia. The Washington dude, that dude is it, man. I was screaming for him, bro. He is a monster. I was watching an old game this past year. That Darnell Washington, oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
All right, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I gotta skate, but it
Yeah, I
was
do
a
too.
good combo. I really want to stay, but
then talk.
sometimes you gotta go.
Nah, you ain't gotta go. You ain't got shit to do with your life.
Hey, relax. Yes, I
Nah, fuck that. You did
do.
all this
Allegedly,
talking.
I do.
You did all this talking this entire show. You got some more talking, you boy.
No, I was trying to go and get my stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had to depart.
You can pack in the morning.
Nah, I got other things to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, you do not. You finna abandon your people. They already waited.
Wow. Don't be like that.
Like you abandoned them at their time of need. You just want to just do this shit.
Don't be like that. Don't do that.
Nah. Then Wes was kind enough to jump on the show. This man going through life. Like he just alive, so it's hard. He black in California. Nigga.
Wait a minute.
You know it's hard out there, man.
He said it's hard. He black like that. I'm black too, ain't it? I believe so.
You ain't that black.
He said going through life is hard.
You said what?
Nigga said he
Black in
black.
California, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
Everything high.
Damn. At least
for real.
we legal out there.
Hey,
They
cigarettes
straight.
is
They good.
$12.
I'm glad I gave it up.
At least they can smoke. They good out there, man. Look, when you smoking, ain't nothing serious out there, man. You good. Shit. You can get over anything.
He said he mid as fuck. Stop it, West Coast.
Who mid? Which prospect we talk about mid?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
Elaborate.
I know our tight ends is mid, bro.
Cause listen,
Listen.
Ferguson.
Tight ends is
tell them
mid,
about
bro.
that mock I had earlier, Ken.
You had the mock draft.
I'm going weapons. I'm going
This nigga
crazy
drafted
with the
every wide
weapons.
receiver he saw. Like damn.
No, look. This is who I drafted, y'all. Check this out. Tell me we
got it?
ain't going crazy. Tell me we ain't going crazy. In the first, I picked Luther Burton. Second round, I got Quinshawn Judkins.
Judkins, the running back.
Third round, this was gonna kill y'all. Guess who I drafted?
Jake Ferguson, brother.
I drafted Terrence Ferguson, bro. We finna go crazy. Listen, a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end. Man, miss me, bro. We finna go ballistic. I don't care what y'all talking about. Dak going for 6,000 yards. This man gonna be MVP. All that good stuff.
The little brother, the best tight end in the family.
Man, we going crazy. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, we going crazy.
Wes, what's up, man? He said y'all tripping. That's why I love to rock with y'all. Hey, man.
Hey, tell me that wouldn't be lit though. You got Luther Burden, you got Judkins, and you got Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah, that boy.
We
cool.
lit, bro.
And
We
Wes,
lit. I don't care what y'all talking
You
about.
just talk about getting a good tight end. Like, yeah, that's the best tight end in the Ferguson family.
Man, we lit. We lit. You got both Fergusons. You got Ferguson and Ferguson.
Boy, it's gonna be so
You going
weird.
crazy.
It's gonna be weird as hell though when they don't give Jake a contract. And they gonna cut that nigga brother.
We dumped you for your
replace him.
brother. We dumped you for your little brother, my boy.
Why we signed Jake Ferguson, little brother?
Nah,
I'm saying that's who I would have drafted in the third.
He
Like,
wanted
we going crazy.
He wanted the best tight ends in this draft class.
Is his
We
brother
going
in this
crazy.
class?
Yeah, out from Oregon.
And he nice?
He great.
Yes.
He had the fastest 40 time of all tight ends this year.
And he better than his brother?
Yes.
We going
Bro,
crazy.
we have the worst luck. We just got the worst luck in the world, bro.
You know that feeling when you talk to the friend too early and then you see the other friends and you be like, damn.
Yeah, oh my God.
And
She,
then
the
Like, I
friends
told
look
you to
way.
get some
You got the worst
November.
friend.
and then
You
they
got
not
the worst one.
And then they not ho-hos, so you can't spin the block on a friend like that. You know, some you can run through the whole group, but
You got the worst looking friend ever, bro. Like you got the worst luck, brother.
Hey,
You
listen.
got the worst luck.
Let's talk about ASAP Ferg. We so gangster, we gonna take that nigga name and give it to his little brother. He gonna be ASAP Ferg.
We switched up
Wow.
on that boy so quick. Hey, Ferg, you have another year like that, boy. Woo.
Now
I'm
listen.
out.
He playing Oregon,
Yeah, man.
so Choctaw ain't gonna say nothing nice about the nigga. So I want y'all to remember.
Man, if
Yeah,
you ain't
man, and
play
I'ma
for
tell you this-
Ohio State or Miami of Ohio,
Yeah, and the sad thing about it, bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Choctaw don't care
Hey,
nothing
I'm gonna
about
tell you. You know what's crazy, bro? You know what people don't understand is this, bro. When this is what you got to understand, right? And this is the thoughts of the tight end position. When the play is a good play, but the defense comes out there in a better one, your left tackle does his job, but the defensive end gets a better jump. Who is he getting the ball to, bro? Who is smart enough? Look, that's what I'm saying. That's what we loved about Jason Witten, because he was smart enough to know this play is going to work, but it's not going to work the way they think it's going to work. And what do? He peel back. He come back.
I ain't gonna lie, Dak with a run game, I think he'll dominate. But man, hey, I appreciate y'all.
Listen, Dak has to have he has to have a run game. He has to have a run game.
I gotta get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tap in for the win, tap the screen for the team, all that good stuff. And holla at your boy, man. Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all tap in for the win. Let's go.
They said they not even related. Well, fuck it. That's even better. We're gonna replace you with a doppelganger then, because he close enough.
Hey,
He's a white tight end. His last name Ferguson. I confused.
That's